Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duckbricks. I'm Chris, and the Monkie Kid madness is continuing, because with the brand new Megapolis, in this video, we'll be counting down every single hidden Easter egg and reference inside this massive anniversary LEGO set. Now this is a brand new Monkie Kid set that is basically meant to represent 5 years of the Monkie Kid theme, as well as just a culmination of the LEGO group's history overall. There's references scattered all throughout to the original Journey to the West, references to Monkie Kid characters and stories, but also a lot of references to original LEGO themes. You've got all sorts of stuff like obvious ones, classic space, less obvious ones like time cruisers, even crazier ones like BIONICLE references in the floorboards. There's some crazy stuff here, and I can't wait to count down every single hidden Easter egg and reference in this massive LEGO Monkie Kid City set. And so, without further ado, let's jump right into the very first reference and see how many we end up with by the end of this video. Okay, so this is set number 80054, the amazing LEGO Monkie Kid Megapolis City. We will have a review of this set coming out at this time tomorrow, but the very first video I wanted to do on this set was to focus on the references and hidden Easter eggs themselves, because that is very, very exciting to me. Now, to get the elephant out of the room, yes, I am still on probation with the LEGO Ambassador Network for inadvertently leaking Braille bricks and also for publishing a video on the Modular Museum about an hour early because I did not realize that Europe had their daylight savings time change in a week before the US, so I will not technically be getting any new LEGO sets until past April of next year for review. However, LEGO has accidentally sent me this one, and I've been given the go-ahead to make videos on it, so I absolutely will do that, and I cannot wait to get into the references because this is jam-packed full of references to not just the LEGO Monkie Kid story, not just the Journey to the West storyline, but also to classic LEGO themes and LEGO historical references abound. And so, without further ado, let's sweep aside all the different minifigures, except for one, and take a look at the massive LEGO Monkie Kid Megapolis and uncover everything this massive building is hiding as a hidden secret. So for this video, we are going to be starting at the bottom and working our way all the way up to the top. Reference number 1 is going in no particular order. This is a reference to the LEGO Island Infomaniac, who was a helper that you could find throughout the LEGO Island video game and later in the LEGO sub-theme of Island Extreme Stunts, who here has been converted to digital format to help out and give information to the citizens of the Megapolis City. This is notable because LEGO Island was the very first LEGO video game. It is one of the most iconic ones, and here he has been rendered in the traditional LEGO Monkie Kid art style. Over here, this text is not really a reference, so I'm not really counting it, but it says good luck in the year of the monkey, so that's just a nice little bit of text to include. Reference number 2, though, is where you can see an image of Chang'e from the LEGO Monkie Kid lineup, who is canonically a live streamer, so you can see maybe this is an advertisement for one of her live streams or cooking shows being showcased right here. Moving upwards, we have a reference to the Dragon of the East, where you can see he is advertising some very delicious tea there, so you can see the minifigure of the Dragon of the East, making that reference number 3. Reference number 4 can be found right around this temple, which is an advertisement for brand new LEGO shoes. These shoes were advertised in the very first episode of LEGO Monkie Kid, where the Iron Bull Demon had to collect several different rare items from around the city, and what's rarer than an exclusive pair of shoes? Down here we have a number of different references in this LEGO vending machine, reference number 4 being a little inclusion of the LEGO Monkie Kid set right there, which is the actual LEGO Monkie Kid blimp set, which came out earlier this year. And we also have 2 other references to other LEGO themes. Reference number 5 is that LEGO designers have stated that these builds are supposed to represent X-Pods, which was a short-lived line of Creator, featuring pods that could be built as a little bit of Polybags mini builds in a massive game. And up there is one of my favorite references, because as reference number 6, it is explicitly supposed to be a ROBORIDERS canister, specifically Lava ROBORIDER. No, that is not a BIONICLE, that is a precursor to BIONICLE, one of the early ROBORIDERS that LEGO first introduced as a reference to LEGO BIONICLE itself. I am not going to be counting the individual stores and their contents as references, at least in terms of this one belonging to the Spider Queen and this one belonging to Lady Bone Demon, because those minifigures do actually feature in the set itself, but our next reference here is an inclusion of a sticker which is showcasing the Spider Mech, which was one of the largest sets released for the Spider Queen's Dominion Wave, which you can see as a sticker right there in her shop. Moving alongside here, this is a nice little reference to the 3 Samadhi fire rings, which you can see right there being factored into Red Sun's logo. This of course is relevant because Red Sun was the original source of the Samadhi fire, who was eventually split up into the Samadhi fire rings and into the massive dragons. So you of course have a reference to the Samadhi fire being factored in there, which was a major plot point of the LEGO Monkie Kid series for Season 3. Moving onwards, our next reference takes the form of a very nice classic LEGO theme sticker, which is a reference to LEGO Fabuland. Fabuland was LEGO's first original storytelling series, where they actually had a TV show for Fabuland itself, believe it or not, featuring very cute anthropomorphic animal characters that bridged a line between LEGO and Duplo, and is a much beloved theme by many AFOLs or adult fans of LEGO out there. On the very back of the structure, we do have a reference to the Great Emperor, which you can see back here for LEGO Monkie Kid, which you can see right here forming a massive blast, which is a very nice detail and design with some MK graffiti there as well. Moving onwards to our next reference, we have a very nice explicit reference to the LEGO Homemaker family. This is one of the original LEGO sets that they were making right around when they were first introducing LEGO minifigures. Some even came out before the advent of the minifigure, and the Homemaker family set is one of the most iconic of all the Homemaker sets, depicting brick-built figures being integrated, which is really nice how they were able to factor that in as an explicit reference. Directly above that is a reference to 2 different existing LEGO sets, as well as a pivotal moment in the Monkie Kid TV show, showcasing the Lady Bone Demon's mech facing off against the Monkey King mech right there, which was one of the most climactic battles of the series. And right on the side there, they have an advertisement for a Dragon Bike video game, which of course is referencing May's Dragon Bike from the very first wave of LEGO Monkie Kid. Up there is the quintessential Classic Space logo, but that's not the only Classic Space reference. Throughout this entire Classic Space elevator, the floors are designated with LL03, 02, and LL01, which are references to the way the spaceships themselves in Classic Space were marked. The arrow there is a reference to the way that arrows were designed for stickers and prints for the original LEGO Classic Space sets. And this might be a bit of a stretch, but the yellow arrow against the white background might be a reference to an early printed tile that showcased yellow arrows against white backgrounds, which were very common in LEGO space sets in the early 80s and 90s. Moving on down here, we have a direct reference to one of the LEGO Classic Spacemen there. That is the red Classic Spaceman on a monitor, which is a reference to a massive part that appeared in one of the LEGO space stations, which also depicted the red astronaut on a monitor on albeit a much larger panel. Moving inwards here, we have another reference to a Journey to the West character. This is a set of minifigures and animal that appeared in the original LEGO Monkie Kid Celestial Heavenly Realm set, as well as a very important figure in Journey to the West mythology being Erlang and his celestial dog, which you can see right there. I guess that was when they were growing up and they were a little bit younger, where you can see that he is just a kid right over there, as opposed to his adult appearance in the actual LEGO set. Setting all of these aside, we can begin to split these buildings up to allow for better access to view all of the crazy different references that are scattered throughout the set. Right here is a barrel in the traditional LEGO Octan colors. Octan is the original LEGO petrol, gas, and oil company as introduced in LEGO City, but of course is very prominent throughout the LEGO movie as well. Moving alongside here, this is a reference to the Heavenly Realm set and the Lotus Palace, where you can see a reference to Neza's hair buns and the Lotus Prince himself, which also is a reference to the Lotus Hotel in the City of Lantern set. Over here, this is a little look at the original LEGO Monkie Kid headquarters. 80013 is that set number for Monkie Kid's cargo ship, plus a little advertisement for the Celestial Peaches. Moving alongside from that, we can take a look at some of the other references in the set. Up here is Neza, where Neza himself is featured on a billboard, both in Chinese text, which reads Neza, plus his name in standard English text, so it makes that one very easy to translate. He is perched atop a lotus because, of course, he is the Lotus Prince or the Lotus Warrior. Over here we have references to all of our main characters from the Monkie Kid series, from MK himself, to May, to Mr. Tang, to Pigsy, to Sandy, and then we move upwards to some of the even crazier references up here. Setting these buildings down, we are almost making our way through the final references right here. This book is meant to depict the actual Journey to the West. If we can actually move our camera down here, the front of the text is telling the tale of Wukong, and as it opens up, it says, Tang Dynasty on the inside in Chinese, that's what that says, so that of course has been written or maybe penned by Mr. Tang himself, who perhaps is trying to make some sales of his adventures in the form of a book. And here you can see he is advertising autograph signing event right there. That's what that text says for autograph signing event, where you can see Monkie Kid and Mr. Tang right there. Here is a really interesting reference to LEGO Freestyle, which was sort of similar to LEGO Creator. It was a line of sets introduced where LEGO Freestyle was a way for people to just build freestyle with standard LEGO bricks. Moving onwards and upwards on Pigsy's restaurant, there is a reference to the original LEGO wooden duck here. Of course, he must be selling a duck delicacy, but the colors are the original LEGO wooden duck colors, which are really cool. Moving alongside here, there's not a lot of other references other than a reference to the TV show where you can see Pigsy standing proudly alongside his very first restaurant, which is a graphic that you can see in the TV show itself when the restaurant first opened, which is just a very cute one to see. And then over here is probably one of my favorite references of the entire set, because this is the Time Claw. It of course is a reference to the very wacky and zany LEGO Time Cruisers theme. The font is the same exact as the logo, and the entire point of the Time Cruisers theme was that the time travelers would use hats from all sorts of different eras and different LEGO themes, from pirates to city to space to castle, and use the hats to fuel their time machines to travel to different eras. Where here they are doing the same exact thing, where you can use the Time Claw to pick out different hats, including a classic spaceman helmet in green for the first time. And they even included the classic LEGO Time Cruisers swirl, just shrunken down to a 1x1 stud. Over here, the fire ring itself for the Ferris wheel is meant to reference the fire ring of Samadhi, so you've got the multiple different Samadhi fire rings, a very major plot point for Monkie Kid Season 3, as mentioned earlier in the video, and that logo is exactly the same as used for all the fire rings themselves. On the Ferris wheel as well, there is one reference that is probably one of the most obscure of this entire set. There is the LEGO Duplo Tulo logo. Now before I elaborate, folks in the comments, do let me know, be truthful, did you know what LEGO Tulo was before watching this video? Because I honestly completely forgot what it was until this set came out. I had to Google to make sure my knowledge was correct. Tulo was a sub-theme of LEGO Duplo in 1990 that allowed people to be able to use tools like screwdrivers to teach kids how tools worked in Duplo sets. It is very, very obscure. It is probably one of the most obscure set references we've ever gotten in a set like this, and it is perfectly set up just like the references in the Ninjago City sets, right down to the same pieces being used, as well as the 1x3 tile being used as a little bit of a hidden reference there. I find that so funny and so entertaining, and is one of my favorite references in the set because it actually makes people look up what the heck it's referencing. One final reference is hidden under the floorboards in the form of a sticker for the map to the Samadhi Fire, which you can see right there. Lastly, as we move into the buildings here, there are a number of references in the Gold and Silver Demons record store here. The first one there is a reference to the LEGO Ideas Jazz Club set, which you can see depicted right there. In here is one of the trapped souls of a civilian who has appeared in many other Monkie Kid sets before, perhaps trapped in the calabash of the Gold and Silver Demon. And down here might actually be references to LEGO Video, the ill-fated music-based theme that had records, which looked very similar to the art style used on these here, although I'm very curious if the designers meant that intentionally or these were just other standard records. The cat depicted there does actually have some hair on the cat itself, so that might actually also be a depiction of Mo the cat for Sandy. Moving on down here, we have a reference to a hidden mystery character who is obviously going to be potentially prominent in Season 5, as well as some street art by Macaque here depicting his face there. And inside here is another Journey to the West reference with a pivotal character there. Folks in the comments might actually know who that one is. And finally, there is one last reference that is absolutely my favorite reference in the entire set. And yes, I'm a little biased here, but it's not even visible from the outset. It literally requires you to rip up the floorboards, so let's go ahead and remove this tile here. We're going to go ahead and remove this tile here, and hidden away underneath the floorboards of the set, not even visible, is the Kanohi Bakari the Mask of Strength done in the same exact design fashion as the original LEGO Tahu and Takua GWP, which means that you can now recreate the Kanohi Bakari, the Mask of Strength, as an actual LEGO piece, which is so exciting that they actually have it done as a legitimate LEGO sticker, and you can just go ahead and remove this piece, causing no damage to the set itself, because of course it is fully hidden away, and use it to build your System Onua Mox, which is something I just love about the set, and truly is literally a hidden Easter egg for BIONICLE fans only. And with that, we've summed up our look at every single hidden Easter egg and reference in the massive LEGO Monkie Kid Megapolis city. Now do let me know, am I missing anything, especially if any LEGO designers see this? First of all, thank you so much for being here, and second, let me know if I was missing any hidden reference here. Obviously, these different individual stores are meant to correspond to the individual characters, like the Brotherhood here, as well as the Gold and Silver Demons and whatnot, but aside from those obvious ones, did I miss any references in the video itself? Because this was definitely a very fun task to go through and try to find all the different hidden Easter eggs and references in the set itself. I certainly had a blast doing it, and I hope you enjoyed this video showcasing all the hidden Easter eggs in the city Megapolis. Alright, and with that, we have summed up our look at the massive Monkie Kid Megapolis and every single hidden Easter egg and reference in the set itself. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning into Duckbricks. Be sure to like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming away very soon, and bye for now.